well. Zapre is going to be so chunky in this fight. How will you deal with this? HSL, they're up to 90%. They're ready to take this series, but Minimi says no. Fisher and Zapre end up going down, but can he sustain? The self-destruct on point deals with Ricky, and HSL clear Clockwork Vendetta off the point. The Cinderella story is out but an end as Clockwork fall and HSL go to final.
So there we have it. The Cinderella story of Clockwork Vendetta has not had the happy ending that we all hoped for. Their shot at the gauntlet in a rematch against Team Gigante has been cruelly ripped away from them by HSL Esports, who, to their credit, pulled off the reverse sweep against them last night, and wish them the best of luck in their EU Contenders final in a couple of weeks' time. As you may have seen in some of my recent videos, I've really grown to love this team and their players, and like many of their fans, and indeed the players themselves, I was heartbroken when the overtime bar disappeared, confirming their defeat and ending their first season European Contenders. Who knows what lies ahead for Clockwork Vendetta and their players over the next few months and into the future. Many are involved in the upcoming Overwatch World Cup, and it's likely that some will use this opportunity, as well as the Contenders' experience they've gained up to now, to look for new opportunities, potentially seeing the end of this side as we currently know it. But for now, I don't think we should get caught up on what ifs and the unknown future. Instead today, I decided to make this more of a tribute video that praises and celebrates the Clockwork Vendetta players and their achievements for what's been truly a remarkable journey that's won over the hearts of many. It started out as a group of friends playing together on an open division team. No UOTP was formed of non-mesher specialists Ricky, Purge, Minimi, Moose, Mungmutter and Zaitor, and in the first 2019 season of European Open Division, they finished at a very respectable and commendable semi-final place. But this was only the beginning. The team rebranded the Clockwork Vendetta under the suggestion of Purge and tackled the second European Open Division season. This time their success could not be stopped, as they rose to the very top, winning the Open Division after defeating Wind and Rain. Their successful run was helped by new additions to the original lineup. Engineers Torbjorn were brought into the fold, whilst the current general manager Kaiji and head coach Shock were also members of the squad, alongside a few others like Zappi, Esain and Ketakomi. It was at this moment where their Open Division run and success was beginning to reach a wider audience, with threads starting to be heavily debated upon on Reddit, as people began to wonder and debate how far the often quoted bunch of one-tricks could go, especially given how revolutionary their style and compositions were in the long-standing age and rule of GOAT. Eyes became fixated on European Contenders trials to see whether the growing hype surrounding this breakout team was just a bunch of bluff and buster, or whether in fact they were at the beginning of something truly special and remarkable. Heading into trials, Clockwork Vendetta saw a bit of an evolution, even if they still didn't scrim and primarily used in-game voice chat for their communication in matches. Ketakomi and Esain left the side, while Shock and Kaiji moved to their current positions away from an active playing role. This did not impact the side's momentum, however, as they blitzed through the competition. They won 4 of their 5 matches, with their only loss coming in a narrow 5-map defeat to Crescent Dew. The turning point, at least in my eyes, as well as many others, came when they took on the Eternal Academy midway through trials. Eternal Academy, led by Swoosh, had some talented players in their lineup, but disappointed in the previous Contenders season, finishing second from bottom. They were still expected by many to fight their way back into Contenders through trials, and as such were a true test of CV's development and progress. When it came to this matchup, however, Eternal Academy and their GOATS comp were smashed convincingly by the Clockwork comp in what proved to be a defining series for both sides, as the Eternal Academy finished 4th and failed in their quest for a Contenders return, whilst Clockwork Vendetta pushed on to secure the top spot of its qualification into the second season of European Contenders alongside Young and Beautiful. They made it this far, which was an excellent achievement in of itself, but now CV were going up against Europe's best and the historical giants of this Contenders scene, the Angry Titans, British Hurricane and Team Gigante. They were the nobility that had run Europe for the past 2 years, the strongest GOAT sides on paper, and they sure weren't going to take too kindly to these new kids on the block who battled their way here for all the way from Open Division. Heading into their matches, Clockwork Vendetta were looking to spark revolution in European Contenders, and had made another couple of adjustments to their lineup. Zappi left the side, while Sky Reaper was brought in at main support from Crescent Dew, who previously beaten them in trials, and Purge moved to a less active role as substitute. It didn't start off quite to plan though, with a 3-2 defeat to HSL Esports, the side almost completing what would have been a fantastic reverse sweep. From here on, however, the cogs in momentum kept turning, and with each week came win after win. First was their coup d'etat over the giants of Angry Titans and British Hurricane. Both series went to 5 maps, but the GOAT's compositions of these sides simply couldn't keep up with how well the Clockwork comp was being executed. Choose Money Crew, Morning Stars and Young and Beautiful all came and were swiftly brushed aside, as Clockwork Vendetta charged towards the top of European Contenders standings, and confirmed themselves a playoff spot. Despite losing to Team Gigante in a thrilling series in their last match of the regular season, which I reviewed in the video last week, they still finished an outstanding second, giving them a bye through to the first round of playoffs. His consistent level of improvement and success says a lot about this team to begin with, but their impact on the European contenders scene was extraordinary. From a scene that conformed to the regularity of GOATs, not only were Clockwork Vendetta able to smash through their own style and philosophy, but they even managed to revolutionise the scene, with the top sides like HSL Esports and Team Gigante slowly moving away from the GOATs comps they were playing to compositions more similar to the ones CV ran, which brought them further success. A small cry of Go Vendetta had turned into a roar of Clocks Out over the course of just 7 matches. Now the fairy tale chance of a playoff run to the Gauntlet was in sight. Lions still waited in the shadows to pounce though, and Clockwork Vendetta's oldest nemesis would be the ones to inflict the mortal wound that would end the dream. It's certainly been a fantastic journey for both the players and fans alike, and whilst it may not have ended the way we all wanted it to, I would just like to say a few words about the main starters who have done so well for this contender season. Firstly, Mini-Me, the captain, the rock, the Orisa player that's always held the team together for a solid frontline foundation. Now key member of the Austrian Overwatch World Cup side, he's a player that I'm sure will continue to excel, especially where the meta currently stands. Moose, meanwhile, is certainly loose, a brilliant Roadhog player whose aggressive flanking strategy continues to catch the best off guard, and will look to help his quietly promising German World Cup side qualify for BlizzCon. Of course, this will be alongside his brother in arm, Engineer, who has taken on the next Torbjorn personality in the community brilliantly, and although not showcasing it in contenders very much, he's a very talented all-round projectile player. Ricky the Ice Cold Finn is another representative of Clockwork Vendetta at the upcoming Overwatch World Cup, having led the way for playing Mei and utilising her kit in and around the Pool Port meta and combo, which I'm certain will see him prosper with the way the current meta is shaping up. Zytor and Skyreaper might not receive as much attention, praise or plaudits as the other highlight members of the side, but they've certainly been a great support partnership that supported the team excellently, whilst coming up with some clutch Ana and Mercy plays themselves, but although sometimes missed in the middle of the action, are probably greatly appreciated by the rest of the team. Mugmutter, meanwhile, has been so impressive in the team's recent performances. Whether playing Ana or Hanzo, he's been the pick of a team of late, and ironically, in a team of individual specialists, has probably contributed primarily for his flexibility. With how much he's clutched in the last few matches, he's bound to continue to find success moving forward. Lastly, a quick comment on Purge, Kaiji and Shock, who have done their part to take a bunch of laughing friends who believe in their own style and philosophy, and have found unbelievable success with a team in such a short period of time, without receiving the respect and recognition they deserve till only very recently. Whatever happens to Clockwork Vendetta and their players, all I can say on behalf of everyone who's watched them up to now and their fans is good luck with whatever happens moving forward. It's been an amazing ride. #ClocksOut.